welcome back to RC Time. Since we last spoke the other day, I've laid out and semi-put together the fuselage. It's exactly the same as the wings, as in everything is pre-cut. It's push slot together. You haven't got much of problems with alignment. Everything's measured and the line's lovely. The only thing it gives you as a guide to help you keep the fuselage straight is four little feet that go on in different places here, just to keep so you don't get a sag in the tail or the nose as you're putting it together. And the rest of it's basically looking down the fuselage by eye, make certain you're getting it straight. But to be honest, you can't not get it straight. Nice and easy. I've just put this together in probably about an hour and a half. All I've used at the moment is a little drop of CA glue just to tack it in place. What I'm now going to do is I've got some strengtheners to go in under for where the wing joints and mounts go in. Two dowels go through in the front of the wing to hold the front, and there'll be two screws at the back of the wing. So I'm going to put the strengthening parts in there, turn it on its side to do that, and then I'm going to actually just go round to further joints with some PVA glue, just to give them a little extra, and then I'm calling it a day for today. Like I say, it's very nicely go together. Do have to look at the plan and think about what you're doing now, because there is bits where if you put the wrong two bits together you can't get the bit in between them, because some are slot and some are tongue and groove, so you know, you do have to think a little bit about that. But in general, very easy. Like I say, this whole fuselage an hour and a half. Very nice and easy, and you know, and that looks like it's got a nice shape. It's not going to be a bad size airplane, so I'm quite looking forward to it. So right, we'll get on and just put these strengtheners in. Just turn on its side. Yeah, so we've got one strengthener here. We've got, this will be the leading edge of the wing. Two dowels. Not certain what you'll see, but two dowels poked through here. This is the strengthening piece of ply that will go behind that to take the full weight of the wing. So I'm going to white glue and put that on with some clamps. Put plenty on, it ain't going to hurt. These bits for it to sit on, they're just, that one is just pushed on. This one has just got a little drop of super glue, so I'll just snap it off when we're finished and when we're ready. Right, these bits should go in. Okay. don't know how far we'll get with this, but I've got another little project coming in about a week, 2 weeks time. I basically bought a P47 so I think that's 68-inch wingspan. Anyway, it would be classed as a Seagull P47. Now normally it would be almost ready to fly, but this one was built from their builder's kit range, and built by a very good friend of mine, and he's had an engine in it. I think he had a 20cc engine in it and has flown it, but he's letting that go. So I bought it, and we're going to convert it to electric. I'm buying it without the engine. So I thought I would get that done because I want to get that ready to fly for the spring in a few weeks time. So I'll probably just put this aside for a few days while we do that. Not certain how long that'll take us to do. Shouldn't be too long. Yeah, there'll be I've got to wait and see. I haven't seen the model since he flew it, so I can't remember, but there will be a little bit of fiberglassing to do on the cowling. No doubt he's had to cut a couple of holes in the cowling for the engine. Me using an electric motor don't need holes in the cowling, so I'll fiberglass the holes and respray the cowling. There'll be that to do. Making the area for the battery correct, because obviously he's had a fuel tank in it, so we got to then make certain our battery go in there, doesn't move about, secures nicely, and obviously fit an electric motor. And he's lost because them kits do come with a what they call electric motor box, which you either fit or don't fit depending if you use an electric motor or not, and he can't find it, so that's not coming with the airplane, so we shall have to make our own one up or use standoffs or whatever necessary. So we shall have a look at that when it comes, but I've got the electric motor to go in it. That's a 360 kV, it'll be on 6 cells spinning a 16, 10 or 12 pitch prop. So I know that system will work nicely on that airplane because I've had one of them airplanes before with that same system on. Unfortunately I crashed it due to a silly error, and I actually turned my radio box off while trying to trim it. So that's one of these things. Yeah, I'd had lots of flights before then, but this particular day I think I was using a different battery which had made it a little bit more nose heavy. So I went across to do a couple of clicks of up trim, didn't hit the trim button, hit the on off switch on the radio instead, and the airplane went in. So it'd be nice to have another one of them because I do know they fly very, very well. Looking forward to that. So like I say, that's in a couple of weeks time. How much of this will get done before then I don't know. At this rate we're going quite quickly. There's a few little bits to just stick on now, not many of the framing. Then what we'll be working on is the internals. Mustn't get caught out with these. There's a lot of ducting that has to be put in here, and then after the motor, and we'll probably even fit the motor as well. And if you don't do that early on now, while you can get to it nice and easy, it's a real pain. I do know that some kits and some people I've seen do these particular types, little jets, you know, of rolling the tube up and sticking it in and then letting it spring back out and stuff, which is all fine, but very hard to get to once top sheeting's on. So that'll be tubing on the motor, tubing on the front next, The front retract has got to then be designed in. They haven't got a particularly, they've got the front retract and the plywood for the front retract, but you've got to cut the fuselage accordingly. As you can see, the retract will go here, go forward into here, so this will then have to be cut and designed to do it. It's been hardened up, and they put these in, which is good, so it should be quite easy. So we should be looking at all that, so that will all be on the next one. So as you can see, that's coming on nicely. Okay, yeah, that's about it today. Okay, the tail we'll build separately, the rudder, stabilizer, and two elevators, stabilizers. We'll build them separate. They're nice and easy to do. Yeah, like I say, next time we'll be starting to look at the internals. I'll get the motor out and the speed controller. We start looking at best place for the motor. We know it's in here somewhere. There's a little bit of wiggle room. We're going to have to find a good place for the speed controller, and preferably where that'll get a little bit of coolant, and how the ducting's going to work to keep the airflow as smooth as possible. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.